Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you've made it this far, congratulations. There is a lot on the line, okay? Every single game matters. Every single matchup, every single Thursday night, Saturday game, every single Sunday.
Yeah.
It all
Yeah.
matters so much for you advancing. Every yard, every catch, every check down, every drop. It all
The whole
matters so
shebang.
much for you to advance to the next round of the fantasy playoffs or for your Cinderella story to come to an end. So tonight is the beginning of what could be the story of your championship or the story of your demise. But we do have a huge game on deck, an absolutely massive game on deck, which is the Rams versus the Seahawks. And for division's sake as well, this is a big one for these two teams. Now, I don't think you have anything on the line in the Flock League, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I'm already cleared. I
Okay.
won in the toilet bowl. I am not going to Denny's.
Okay.
I started off 0-6, and I'm 7-7.
I love it.
Wow.
Okay, so I have some pretty big, things on the line here today. I've got Matthew Stafford starting, and I'm facing off against Ken Walker. So in an absolute ideal world, Ken Walker is absolute dog doo-doo, and Matthew Stafford throws 4 touchdowns. That would be incredible. That would be absolutely incredible. Now, the difficult part is I'm facing Bush, who has Bijan Robinson, and I'm also in the semis of our Superflex league with Bijan Robinson. So, don't really know what I'm supposed to do there, but that will be fun. Okay, appreciate y'all for being here with us. We have so many questions that we have to get to. I'm not exaggerating when I say that, like genuinely. I think we have just under 100 questions on the site. Okay, just under 100 questions on the site. So we got to pump through a lot of these start-sit questions for you guys and help you set your lineups. Now, if you want to ask a question on the site, you will see a pinned comment in the chat where you can go ahead and submit your questions through the site with Fantasyland. Everybody who submits a question over there will get a time code to exactly when we answer your question. It's a great experience for you. It's a great experience for us. Super chats are available, but if you drop a super chat right now on YouTube, I'm just going to be honest with you, it's going to be probably over an hour before we can even think about getting to it. So
We should probably actually, what I can do is just turn it off. That's what I'll do.
okay, yeah, let's go ahead and turn super chats off. But there's a lot to talk through, a lot of surprise injuries as well. Here's the good news. We are doing a giveaway today. All you have to do to enter the giveaway is simply like the stream and type TNF into the chat. I want to give a big shout out to Bricks the Foundation for being here. We just got off a call. Love my friends. Okay, Pepe. Let's start with Pepe here. And at the quarterback spot, he's either going to start Baker Mayfield or Trevor Lawrence. And again, all you have to do to enter today's giveaway is like the stream and type TNF. Baker Mayfield or Trevor Lawrence here this week. Trevor's coming off, obviously, a massive game. Baker Mayfield gets Carolina. Trevor gets Denver in Denver. I think this is very close. I have them back-to-back in my rankings, but I do lean Baker Mayfield now with Mike Evans healthy, McMillan back. You have so many playmakers across the board. And I don't love going to Denver in Denver and relying on Trevor Lawrence. So I'm going to go
I'm there with
Baker
you.
there. At RB2, Etienne feels like a must start. So does Javonte, but I'm going to pop Etienne in there for now. At the wide receiver spot, this is a Olave for me. Then in your flex, if London plays, are you playing him or are you starting Javonte? Javonte feels like the safer play there.
Look, I'm starting Javonte. I don't think I can trust London. Not that I can't trust him. It's just like this is a big risk, right? And I think in a league like this, yeah, I just need safety, and Javonte feels the safest.
Yeah. All right. We're on the same page. It was a tough one to answer. Good luck, Peppy. All right. May Day at quarterback, Burrow or Goff? You know, Burrow, I'm not saying he's lost his sauce, but he looks a bit lost in the sauce. I would start Goff this week at home, highest over under of the week. Pittsburgh doesn't play as good on the road. At the running back spot, Neal, you can drop. He won't play rest of the year. I'll play Michael Carter there. And then in your flex, Michael Wilson, I would start over Brian Thomas. It's obviously Marvin's going to play, but it's an incredible matchup for both of them, and I feel like there's enough targets being funneled through those three names. Sorry, I don't actually know if Marvin's going to play. I'm just saying if he does, I would still start.
If he does, yeah,
Michael
I get that.
There.
I think the only thing I would do is I would start Joe Burrow still. I know he didn't have the best game, but the week before he went off, that was against Buffalo. I think he should have a good bounce back game against Miami this week. That's just my thought process.
Look, I don't mind going either way. I just think Goff's been more consistent, but I don't mind that. Let's go Toki here next.
Yeah, it says need help between three: Parkinson, Warren, and Waller. So we'll get to that. Dak Prescott or Matthew Stafford. These guys are both great starts here for me.
I have them back to back.
Yeah, I actually have Matthew. Actually, that's a lie. I have Dak Prescott higher than Matthew Stafford this week.
It's so funny because how do you weigh up the fact that there's no Devontae Adams? But they're both terrible matchups. They're both terrible matchups. Like, if you want to bet against Stafford because he's playing Seattle, well, newsflash, Dak plays the Chargers, which are the worst matchup when you adjust for schedule. Seattle is the third worst. I don't know that I'm going to answer this one with a ton of accuracy, but I am going to lean Dak Prescott.
I'm going Dak Prescott there. The running back position, as much as you probably don't want to, he's going to start Jonathan Taylor still.
I would start Etienne over him this week if I had to make a choice, but we're probably flexing Taylor anyway.
We're probably going to flex it. Yeah, exactly. At the tight end position, I'm going to start Tyler Warren.
Yeah.
Over Waller.
It would have been Waller for me, but without Tua, yeah. If Rice plays, I got to be honest, I probably would start him over Jonathan Taylor.
I'm still going JT.
Okay.
Still for me. But
I don't think Rice plays though.
Yeah, I can understand Rice, but yeah, I get that as well.
Okay, Crush.
Hopefully he doesn't play.
It's a Superflex league. He's starting really good lineup here. He needs help with his flexes. At receiver, there's not many options that I like. We're going to go ahead.
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones is a play for me, one of my starts of the week. I think Ginty's a safe floor there. And then with your last flex,
between Jordan Addison or Troy Franklin, I would say.
I was going to say Reed, but Watson looks like he's going to play, so...
Yeah, and if Pat Bryant doesn't play, then I don't think I would that would heavily put Troy Franklin in conversation, but
I'm gonna play Debo there. I'm gonna play Debo there personally. PPR league.
If Pat Bryant doesn't play, I'll play Troy, especially with the matchup. So yeah, but I understand.
You know what's weird is little Jordan Humphrey was playing over Troy, you know, so almost feels like there's an internal decision on where they want to go, which that's what concerns me about it. I could totally see where you're coming from. I definitely get it. All right, he's starting Stafford here. It's a super flex league, and then it's Purdy or Herbert. I'll probably lean Purdy this week against the Colts, but that is close. I like both of their matchups. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go Justin there against the Cowboys. I like that matchup a little bit better.
At receiver,
wide receiver,
you're going Mike or
yeah,
I feel like
I'm going Mike
and Olave.
Yeah, Mike and Olave. I think you probably have to start Devonta Smith in this flex, but I see Josh Jacobs,
Javonte are starting for me.
It's actually going to be Jacobs, Javonte, and Devonta Smith.
Yeah,
we're just going to double check. I don't think there's anyone else outside of Justin Jefferson.
No. Adams isn't playing. You can't start Jefferson with these options. So, yeah, that's the way we'd play it. Good luck, Crush.
Yeah.
Junior, what's up? He says, Warren scares me. Can't decide on wide receiver 2, flex, and quarterback. At quarterback, I think this is where Badaki and I might see it differently again. I am still going Brissett, especially if T. Higgins doesn't play, by the way. If T. Higgins plays, it gets closer, but Brissett against Atlanta, it's a great matchup. We know he keeps throwing the ball every game, like 40, 50 times a game. Then he's got Jacobs, Achane at receiver. I will go Michael Wilson here in the event that there's no Marvin Harrison. If Marvin Harrison plays, I'll start Mike Evans over him. And let's get to the tight end in a second. I would flex Travion.
I'm flexing Henderson.
So again, if there's no Marvin, I'll play Michael Wilson over Mike Evans. If Marvin doesn't play, I'll play Michael Wilson over Mike. For tight end, if London is not out there, I will go Pitts.
Yeah, that's where I'm at as well. I think you just need to lower your expectation. Don't expect 45 points. Expect 10, 15 points, right? And like Zach said, I would definitely start Joe Burrow over Jacoby Brissett. I think he'll have a better game with or without T. Higgins. That's my expectation.
Yeah. Okay. Appreciate you, man. Spider Mike.
Yeah.
At the running back position, doesn't look like what he's going to play. I'd still rather start Brees over Ken Walker, though. Let's just put Woody in there for now in case he plays. If he doesn't, you can go Brees at tight end between Kincaid and Gadsden.
Kincaid, I think, is also in question.
Yeah.
So I would start Dalton if he does play, but I know he didn't practice today.
Yeah.
But if not, then you're probably going to have to go Gadsden, unfortunately.
At the flex spot, you don't have a lot of great options, man. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. There's not a lot of awesome options here. I think you're almost forced into starting Brees, Diggs, and
Gainwell.
Would you start Gainwell or Ken Walker? I almost feel like I lean
I'm starting
Walker.
Gainwell. I'm starting Gainwell. It's just...
I meant Gainwell. But one thing we do need to consider here is what if Woody Marks doesn't play? Because if your next option is Ken Walker, then you might just need to play him to cover yourself off. Unless you're comfortable playing Gadsden instead of him. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? Like,
no, it does. I mean,
if Woody doesn't play, then you have to start Ken Gainwell, and he's not in your flex anymore.
I feel like the upside is higher with someone like Jerry. May sound crazy. I feel like Ken Walker is just he's not doing anything.
Yeah.
You know?
So the way we'll play it is if Gainwell is the option, if Woody doesn't play, we'll put him at RB2 and then start. I would go Gadsden. Personally.
Yeah. That's better. That's a better option than I didn't see Gadsden than Kenneth Walker or the other ones. So,
G-rated here at the tight end spot between Parkinson and Strange.
I'm gonna go Strange if he plays. I think Strange is also in question as well.
Yeah, I could see Parkinson being a trap, but I think he's his best option here.
Yeah.
Let's just double check on Kincaid. He didn't practice at all today, right? Yeah.
No,
not practicing. Brenton has a great matchup, by the way, against Denver.
I will start Brenton.
Man, it's just so hard knowing that there's no Adams, there's no clear number 2 receiver. It seems almost too simple that it concerns me to start Kobe, but I don't know, dude. I feel like Colby's the best option. And it's a good matchup, too. Yeah, tight ends against Seattle, it's a good matchup. I'm going to go Colby there, but that's about as close as a decision gets, and I'm not really excited that I have to answer it, to be honest.
Yeah. No,
maybe we put up a poll in the chat here. When it's this close, I like to get some opinions. So it's between Parkinson and Strange. Let's just assume that there won't be Kincaid. But anyway, G-rated, we're going to go ahead and submit this as answered, but I'll let you know what the poll says in a second here if you want to stay on stream with us. Build to the Moon is next.
Dart, Trevor, Baker Mayfield, all good matches. all good options here. For me, this is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be Baker for me.
I
Actually,
have all three of these guys ranked back to back to back, but I do lean Baker.
yeah, don't love Jackson's matchup there, but I'll go that.
Oh my gosh, this is the same question at tight end.
The same question there. Hopefully we'll get an understanding of what this is going to be. It's either Colby Parkinson or,
Well, the
I guess in
poll
this instance, Gadsden.
poll is heavily in favor of Colby. Look, I think you have to be aware that this has all the fixings of a classic fantasy rug pull and a bust of the week type of situation. Like it has all the makings of it. But it's just set up too well. I don't think you have a better option. So I'm gonna go Parkinson personally.
Yeah, which makes sense.
And the chat is in agreement, by the way. 93% of the chat. Now, remember, you can come back and yell at the chat if that's the wrong decision. No, you can yell at me. It's fine. Yeah. This is a good lineup, though, outside of that.
Yeah. Cobra is next here at the wide receiver 2 position. Mike Evans, Waddle, Robinson. I'm going to go Mike Evans there.
Yeah.
And at the flex, I am going to go Wandale over Waddle with the quarterback change.
Yeah, I think I would probably consider Carter after Wandale there, too. I don't think I would go Waddle with, I mean, who knows what happens with that quarterback room in Miami. I don't have high expectations for Quinn Ewers.
Yeah, same.
All right, take us through this next one.
All right. At the couple flex options here, I am seeing RJ Harvey, and then this one I will go Michael Carter here as well.
Yeah, I was just going to say on Harvey, I thought, that there was a good chance he could miss this game. Shout out to him. Just being a dog, saying, no, I'm going to fight through it. Okay.
Yeah,
next
don't mind
question
it there. All right. Next one here. It looks like the lineup is set. Allen, Bijan, Achane, Amon-Ra, Puka.
Now,
I don't think
he has Jamar Chase. Oh my gosh, what is this like? This has got to be a chopped league.
This is a 6.
It's a chopped
6 team. Yeah, most probably. I'm keeping it as is. You have to start Jackson. I mean, you have the RB1 and 2 essentially. RB1, wide receiver 1. Wide receiver 2.
I think the tough decision is Amon-Ra or Chase. I think that's the tough decision.
I'm going with Amon-Ra. I think there's a little bit more to fight for in this matchup.
That's fair.
They lost last week. Yeah, that's where I want to go. High drag, low speed here. He says semi of playoffs help at the quarterback position. I am going to go Jared Goff there.
Okay, I would go Purdy. Just love the matchup against Indianapolis. Their secondary is awful.
Yeah.
And sense. No Sauce Gardner, but it's close.
At the running back, Kyron Williams, Travion Henderson is where I'm going. Wide receiver 2. I guess the only option is DJ Moore, unfortunately. No Luther Burden. He's already been ruled out.
But to be fair, it's best case scenario for you. You'd rather it be one of them than both of them active. Like, that's just going to consolidate targets a bit.
Yeah, and then at the last flex is going to be... I actually have Tyrone and Breeze back-to-back.
Oh, okay.
But for me, it's Tyrone.
Yeah, I've got Tyrone at 14 this week. So... I like what I've seen from him recently. Messy language. Houston or Seattle's defense? We'll answer that last. Why don't you go ahead and answer these first ones?
Yeah, Baker Mayfield for me at the quarterback position. Running back, you're going to start Devon Achane. You're going to start Javonte Williams at the tight end position. For me, it's going to be... I think this one's going to be Jawan for me, actually. Let me just double check that. Because Jawan has been doing a little bit better as of recently.
It's been a floor.
Yeah. So for me, this is going to be Jawan still. Yeah.
Okay. It's a tough call. I think with no Adunze, with no
Yeah,
Luther
no Luther
Burden.
Burden. Yeah,
I
you can
just
kind of see
think
the
I'm gonna
uptick
play
there.
upside there
Yeah.
rather than safety, but I can recognize that Juwan is probably the safer option of all these. But I just am excited to see him featured at the flex spot. I almost feel this is Blake Corum,
Yeah, I kind of feel that as well.
which sucks because he could easily bust tonight. There's no guarantee that
But
he
he's-
continues his role, but I think he's the best option.
You know, I feel like I might start both tight ends, Jawan and Loveland, and then go with the situational upside and then the safe floor.
Yeah.
But I can understand starting Blake Corum as well.
It's tough, man. This is a tough call. I think I'm leaning Corum because if we have confidence in Kyron, we should have confidence in Corum. The way that they're splitting their work, it's not all that different anymore. But I can recognize that Blake could bust at any point. So,
Oh Lord, I'm about to bust. All right.
good luck.
The next one here says biggest dilemma is tight end and flex. Okay, at the quarterback position, Matthew Stafford. Wide receiver is going to be Mike and then Michael Wilson. If Marvin doesn't play,
If
then
Marvin
for
plays, I'll
me-
go Juwan, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, I'm happy to do that as well. I have Brock Bowers and Harold Fannin back to back here for me, so you can kind of choose your poison. I technically still have Brock Bowers, but I can understand not wanting to start him.
I think we've tackled this before this week, and what we've said is Bowers is safer.
Yeah.
But there's potentially more upside with Fannin. If Fannin had even a decent matchup, I'd probably play him, but his matchup is really not good. Matchups matter a lot for tight ends. I am playing Juwan Jennings in the flex.
Juwan Jennings in the flex. Yeah. So if Marvin doesn't play, if Marvin plays, you move Juwan to the wide receiver spot, and then I will be okay starting Tyrone Tracy over Michael Wilson if Marvin plays. That's my thought process.
Fine with it. Creamy baby here. Starting Hurts, McCaffrey at wide receiver. I don't think Rice is going to play, but I'll put him in there in case he does. If he doesn't, I'm going Debo Samuel there. And then in your flex spot, I would still start Ginty over these options. But yeah, that's a tough one. And if Rice doesn't play, I'm going Debo there.
Yeah, that makes sense there. Steve Gabe, he says semi QB, May Love, wide receiver, St. Brown, HN. So what's the question here?
I think he's saying he currently starting Drake May. He has Jordan Love. He's currently starting Amon-Ra Lamb, HN, ET, and he has Stevenson and Walker. So it looks like it's a start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's not asking about tight end. So I would start May over Love. I would not start Stevenson or Walker over HN or Etienne.
Agreed.
And I would start Evans over Tetero McMillan. So
yeah,
it's a good lineup. I mean, that's a really solid lineup. Anything's possible, but I'd be shocked if a May, St. Brown, Lamb, Achane, Etienne, Evans lineup really lets you down this week. Good luck. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. I completely agree. Jury here. Joe Burrow or Jackson Dart. This is where I still have Joe Burrow personally.
I agree there. That's the line where I wouldn't cross. At flex,
Michael Carter.
Can I just ask if there's no Rashee Rice? I almost feel like Worthy. I'm not gonna say is like a good option, but he becomes a legitimate
it's
desperation
a new conversation.
play.
I think it's hard to picture, and I don't want to risk it. I'd rather have the safe floor.
Yeah.
I'd rather start Michael Carter or even Chuba.
Yeah.
Over.
All I'm saying is I would not be surprised if Worthy ends up having a good game this week if there's no Rashee Rice. But that's how I would set your lineup. Guys, just want to say appreciate everybody for being here. Obviously, there's a lot of injuries this week, and we're managing rosters. I mean, it's funny. I have a Devi team that went 14-0, and now I'm in the second week of the playoffs, and 6 of my starters went down with injuries. And 2 of those were quarterbacks in the Superflex League, Daniel Jones and Patrick Mahomes. So if you got injuries, I get it. We're here to help. If you guys want to enter today's giveaway, all you have to do is like the stream and then type TNF. That's as simple as it gets. Our goal today is to answer as many questions as we possibly can. Obviously, there are a lot of questions in the chat, so if you want to guarantee a reply, and the best way to do that is by submitting through the website. That is the pinned comment. Make sure you submit it with Fantasyland. We're here. We can promise we'll get to every question on the site today. We do have around 100 questions. By the time this stream has finished, we will have answered probably 130 to 140 questions. So there's a lot of questions to answer, and there's no way to do it outside of you submitting through the site. That's why super chats are off today. Okay, fun size says up 33, nervous about Kelsey and Rice at running back. I'm starting Marks if he's playing. If not, Dowdle is a fine option. At tight end, Kelsey and Parkinson is so interesting this week because if there's no Rice, I don't know. I'm going Parkinson. I'm going Parkinson.
I'm okay to go Kelsey there, but I can understand going Parkinson. I think they're both a risk.
Yeah. Either of them can have 15 points or 3. Let's just be real. So your ideal lineup, again, is going to be Marks there, but if Marks doesn't play Dowdle, I'm flexing Mike Evans.
Yeah. Sandra Wall here.
That didn't submit. Give me a second.
Okay, no worries.
Let's see. Okay, we just answered your question there in detail, my friend. If you want to hear our answer, just go back in the stream about 60 seconds, and we broke this down. Appreciate you. All right, let's go to Sanjo.
Yeah, Semi versus Jason gives JT with Adams out. Need help with wide receiver 2 plus flex, leaning Walker for the flex. Well, good luck here. Allen, Chase Brown, Achan at the wide receiver 2 spot. I mean, Jaden Higgins or Troy Franklin. This is a tough one.
You've taken some hits here with this lineup.
I think if Pat Bryant doesn't play, I'm going Troy Franklin. If not, then I think it has to be Jaden Higgins, unfortunately.
I think it's important to state that it is very likely that Pat Bryant is playing. He was a full participant a day ago. So unless something drastic happens, I would plan on Pat Bryant being out there, which for me makes Franklin unplayable. I don't know where you stand on that.
I agree. I completely agree.
So that means the only option is Jaden Higgins. But
yeah,
I mean, would you pick up Pat Bryant and play him over Jaden Higgins? I might.
I don't think I can. I don't think. Jaden Higgins, he plays Vegas, so it's an interesting matchup. This feels a little bit better for him.
I'm just concerned they won't really need to throw.
They won't need him.
But
yeah,
anyway, I think Jaden's your best option on the roster currently. At the flex spot, I feel like you have to throw Warren in there, but I'm not excited about it.
Yeah.
I do think Warren gets more work this week. I think the illness was a bigger deal last week than we realized.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you there. Warren has to be that option.
Big Tech says projected to lose by 10. Also, Chiefs are D. Jags D. I'm going to go Baker there. At tight end, I'm going to go Harold Fannin. At flex, wow. If there's no Marvin, this is Michael Wilson and Mike Evans for me. If Marvin is playing, it's Harvey and Mike Evans for me.
Yeah, I agree there.
Okay.
Thick summary. Need help choosing my flex. No worries. All right, so let's go there at the flex option. Chris Olave for sure. And if T. Higgins plays, I'm going to start T. Higgins. If T. Higgins doesn't play, it's going to be, I think, Michael Carter. Let me just double check with Michael and Rico.
Rico for me. But
yes,
it's
I have
close.
Rico Dowdle as well. It is close. I have them 2 spots apart.
Good luck, my friend. Thick summary here with another one. Says we have 2 flex and 1 super flex. Considering Kirk at super flex, any other suggestions? Well, yeah, you don't have another option. And if you can start a quarterback, then typically, they just have a safer floor than a lot of players out there. So I think you're going to have to. At your flex spot, let me just see these options. Not a lot
Tyrone,
of
Terry.
options. I think Tyrone, yeah.
Those are the 2.
I'm going to go Tyrone
play this
there.
week again?
Eagles. Don't love the matchup.
Yeah, don't love that either. Yeah, so I'll go Tyrone.
Now,
there.
If Rashid's out, you're going to have to play Terry.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Appreciate you, man. Good luck. Brett Luke at quarterback. We're going to start Dak. At running back, for me, it's going to be Marks and this is actually very hard, this next one. I have Carter ranked highest of these guys. I know that's insane. I don't feel good doing it. Maybe I need to put a poll out there.
No, you can't start Genty against Houston. That's number one. I feel like it's, in my opinion, it's between Judkins and Carter. And I currently am with you. I have Michael Carter ahead of Judkins, but
Jacoby Myers to sign a 3-year extension with the Jacksonville Jaguars, so he's going to be in Jacksonville for the foreseeable future. It's a great fit for him.
Confusing.
Okay, let's go ahead and get some votes in the chat there, guys. Let's help out Brat Luke here, username Brat Luke. Let's get your opinions there between Genty, Judkins, and Carter. I currently lean Carter. Judkins is tough because it is a good matchup, but what is the reality here? Like, are they really going to be in a neutral game script against Buffalo? Like, let's be so for real. Maybe, but the most likely outcome is they're down multiple scores and they can't run the ball, even though it's a great matchup. That's really what's concerning. I think Carter is going to be in much more of a neutral game script, but we want to hear from you. Vote in the chat. In his flex, I would start Kincaid over, Harold Fannin over Kincaid, but in his flex, I'm probably going Michael Wilson there.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Okay, the chat is 48% Quinshon Judkins, which, look, he is the quality player. We talked about this a lot last week on the stream, guys, where who do you want to ride or die with? You know, are you going to be more upset if you start Carter and Judkins pops off? Or are you going to be more upset if you start Judkins and he does shit? You know, which is going to make you more frustrated? Do you want to put your hands in the better player, like your life in the better player's hands? That would be Judkins, but I think Carter is much better set up. I lean Carter. I totally understand if you want to go Judkins, and this probably isn't helpful, but the poll is like 44% Carter, 41% Judkins. So it's, you know, you got to make that decision yourself. That is not something that we can predict truthfully. To Boy 3 says, thoughts on Waller? I would not start Waller anymore, guys. He's not a legitimate option with Tua not playing. We're going to play Dak Prescott here. We're going to play Henderson and Kyron. At wide receiver, we're going to play Mike Evans. At tight end, we're going to play Jake. At flex, for me, this is Sutton. And then I'm probably going London if he plays. And if he doesn't play, I'm going to play Egbuka. Hampton, my concerns last week, you know, it's just Vidal's a part of that backfield. He's not going away right now. And Dallas is a better matchup if there's no Quinnen Williams. Do we have any update on Quinnen Williams? Does anybody know if he's cleared concussion protocol?
Not that I saw, but inactive, unlucky. Let's see. Quentin Williams didn't participate in practice on Wednesday.
Didn't? Okay.
I don't know what happened today. So
anyway, do you have any changes to that lineup? The way I would say that, I wouldn't play Hampton personally over these receivers.
No, it's really close with Hampton and Mika. I just think Mike really takes a lot of opportunities away from Mika, but
yeah,
you know, we're just gonna have to wait and see, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll go with you on that one.
I think London is the play there if he's ready to go.
Yeah.
All right. Like we said,
Jake.
Breaking news: Myers signs a deal with Jacksonville for 3 years. In the least surprising news, Devontae is not playing. So if you had some fantasy land where he was going to be in your lineup, you better fix it. We're going to start Dak Prescott there at quarterback 2 for Jake. At wide receiver 2, probably Wandale.
Yeah. Wandale Robinson.
In the flex, you're going to have to play Brian Thomas and probably Shakira. Don't love that, but I think it's your best bet.
I agree.
Good luck.
These nuts here.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterback position, Matthew Stafford. Wide receiver position, looks like you're going to be starting Justin Jefferson and Ricky Pearsall.
Oh
Unfortunately, if
gosh.
Ricky, I think is it Ricky had a questionable status? Did
Yeah,
he practice
he
today?
re-injured
Yeah,
his, but it's not as bad. He
yeah.
won't
Well, he
practice
didn't
Thursday.
practice. He didn't practice today, but he does play Monday night, so you have to monitor that.
If he's not
And
out there,
Rasheed,
you got to throw Shaheed in there if it's your best bet.
well, you won't unless you get a report here soon, because
That's what I
Shaheed
mean.
plays
Like
tonight.
you're gonna have to make a decision um, before game time. But I think you'll get some clarity
Yeah,
for
and
tomorrow.
then the tight end, you have George Kittle and then Jake Ferguson. That means you're sitting RJ Harvey, which it's okay.
I'm not sitting Harvey. You're gonna play Jake over Harvey?
I think I would,
Okay.
especially with the injury and if he won't get as many touches. I think that was a report I saw. I don't know how true that is.
Only reports that I've seen, like I could be incorrect here, is that it's not a problem. He's good to go, fully practicing, ready to lead the backfield. I understand the concern, but yeah, I'm going Harvey. He's just going to touch the ball more, in my opinion. I could be wrong.
Yeah, just definitely makes sense there. Defense with another one here. Bo Nix at the running back position. Javonte Williams and Travion Henderson for me. At the tight end, it's going to be Gadsden. And then at the flex,
I'll go McMillan.
yeah, Tet over Marion.
I know he's coming off a bad game, but I said this about Mike Evans last week. I'll say it about McMillan this week. Life is on the line. Both the Panthers and the Bucks. It's a must-win game. Expect a lot less field goals, a lot more going for it on fourth down. I'm going to go with Brock Purdy here against Indianapolis at tight end. I don't think Waller's a legitimate starting option anymore without Tua. And in your flex, Rashee Rice. And if Rice isn't healthy, we'll go Michael Carter there.
Only change, I will start Baker Mayfield.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Fresh 5 here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Quarterback 2, guess is Aaron Rodgers. You got Devon Achane, and then RB2, it looks like it's going to be Michael Carter.
Yeah, I would start Carter over Estime. I'm not really sure. Estime, if I knew he was going to play 70% of the snaps or something, I'd start him. But Evan Hull could get just as many opportunities. I don't think we really know for sure what that's going to look like.
Yeah.
At tight end,
makes sense.
I'm going
I'm
probably Theo
here. Yeah.
A lot of flex spots here, unless I'm misreading this. No, it's a start 13 league. So.
Okay, so first flex.
DJ.
Yes.
Last
Second
flex
would be. I like Kenneth Gainwell, but I need to see if there's anyone else. No, I don't think so. I mean, the other one in consideration would be Higgins.
Yeah,
or Estime.
Estime, yeah. I think I lean Estime because of how good the matchup is.
Okay. Yeah,
But
I'll go
I have them really, really close. I just believe that we're probably going to see more Warren this week than we did last week.
Mm-hmm.
Although against Detroit, I just feel like they're going to have to throw it to him a bunch. I'm starting to rethink this now.
Are you talking about Kenneth Gainwell?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
All right, I'm going Kenny. I just feel like they're going to be down and he's going to get so many targets out of the backfield. You are placing your hands in the Kenneth Gainwell, Aaron Rodgers stack, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck. And as soon as we answer that, it doesn't go through. Give me a second. Crush, we just answered this question, my friend. We went through it in detail. Scroll back about 2 minutes into the stream, and you'll hear our complete answer.
Appreciate you.
But we appreciate you big time, my friend. We helped just set this lineup. And yes, DJ. Okay, perfect. Okay, Mr. Bang.
Yeah, playoff baby. Thanks for the help this season. No worries, Drake May. The wide receiver 2 spot is going to be Amika and Buka for me. Then it will be Harold Fannin.
Buka over McMillan?
Yeah, because I think I'm going to start McMillan and Buka anyway in that flex option.
Okay. Sure. No,
I guess it doesn't really matter because that's how I'm starting both the wide receivers.
all right. I might have a
For me.
slightly different opinion on this. Doesn't mean that I'm right, but how I view this is with Egbuka, it's a crowded wide receiver room right now. Both teams really need to win. I think they're both going to be very aggressive, but I trust Tet a little bit more. Both have crazy bust potential. And then, as much as I love Egbuka, I would rather start Tracy. The amount of times that he's going to touch the ball, I have him ranked quite high this week, so that might be where we disagree. It looks like I'm sitting Egbuka there.
That's fun.
But Harold Fannin, you're going Fannin, right, over these options?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going Fannin. Lads, Fan. Okay, at the flex, a lot of guys here. Let's see who we can find.
Is it? It is a start 11. Okay.
Yeah, I see Estime. I also see Ashton Genty, and I also see Jalen Waddle. Now, are they the right people? I see Michael Pittman there as well. I would start Michael Pittman over Waddle. I just don't trust the quarterback change. Oh,
Yeah.
no, I see James Cook. Whoa.
Do you?
Are you seeing that?
Yes. Well, you got to start James Cook then.
Yeah, you got to start James Cook for sure. So at the moment, it's Estime, Genty, and James for me. Actually, I would put Michael Pittman over Ashton Genty.
Okay,
So that'll probably be the final change there. So once again, Aldrich Estime, Michael Pittman, and James Cook for me.
so you're sitting Genty in favor of Estime. That's the hard decision for me.
Yeah, yeah.
I think logically that checks out. I just am struggling to do it.
Yeah, I know.
My
Against Houston,
concern
I think
is
that's what
it's a
concerns
terrible
me.
matchup. It's a great matchup
Yeah.
for Audric Estime. I just could easily see. I could easily see Evan Hull being the guy. I don't think we have any super clear instruction on that. I mean, people are hanging on to what we saw last week, but I don't think they're recognizing that Evan Hull played almost as many snaps, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Estime had 36% of the snaps. Hull had 32. So I think like logically it checks out. I just don't really know who ends up scoring more points. That concerns me. I would bet on Estime doing that. But just because I don't have to worry about who's touching the ball, I'll go Genty. It's probably going to be a nightmare, and I understand that if you want to get creative and, you know,
Yeah.
you have a
Makes
gut
sense.
feeling, I don't mind you going Estime there. I just feel like Genty's going to touch the ball more, so that's a
Yeah.
tough one.
Annie, at the running back position here, tell me if I'm seeing something different. I see Estime and Chuba.
Yeah, I almost feel like you have to. Rodriguez is back for Washington, so that's not many good options there, Annie.
Yeah. More flex options here.
Mhm.
Oh, well, this is going to be Jacoby Myers and Tet and Wandale. I think I have Tet over Wandale still.
Oh, that's so close. I think Wandale is safer.
Let me
But
just double
McMillan
check.
has a higher upside. So if you are a favorite, I'd play Wandale. If you're an underdog, I'd go Tet.
I have Tet and Wandale by like 3 spots difference. I have Tet higher, so
Yeah.
yeah. Hopefully that helps there. Andy.
Planet Drool defense. Seattle Chiefs or Pats with $3,000 on the line. Seattle. Well, with $3,000 on the line, make sure you have conviction in what you're doing. Don't we cannot predict every detail of this lineup. I'm just saying that because go with your gut with a lot of these things this week, guys. We'll be a sounding board. We'll tell you our opinion, but breaking news, we don't have a crystal ball. We are giving you information about the game on paper, but the game isn't played on paper. I'm going Chiefs here against Tennessee.
I'm going Chiefs the Titans. I agree. Yeah. Quarterback position here is going to be Drake May.
Yep.
Running back position, it's going to be, oh my gosh.
It's Dowdle for me.
Yeah, I'm just triple checking because I know Rico and Hampton. Yeah, see Rico and Amari on back-to-back for me. So I'm going to go Rico. Rico is higher. Tight end. This will be, technically this is Jake Ferguson still for me.
Yeah, I almost feel like you have to start 2 tight ends though, because look at the flex.
Let's see. Oh yeah, yeah. You're
Maybe it
gonna have
is
to start
Hampton.
too.
Okay.
Yeah, I think in this instance I would start Hampton over Parkinson, over Warren, and over Genty, even with the split. Especially if Quentin Williams potentially doesn't play with him being a concussion. I think that might help the conversation
Yeah.
with Hampton.
All right, guys. There's a poll in the chat. Planet Drool needs your help. Let's power through this together and think it through logically. I'm not even sure if Jake is the right answer compared to all those tight ends, but he is my highest ranked tight end.
Yeah. They play.
I actually have Jake, Colby, and Tyler ranked back to back to back. Tyler's got a great matchup. So does Colby. Anyway. Okay, the chat is very aggressively going Hampton here, so we'll go Hampton. If Quentin Williams is out, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Jolly Green.
He says, I'm up against Thanos. Effing Thanos, help. He says, thinking Parkinson and Reed, if no Watson and Devonta. Well, there's definitely no Devonta, so we'll have to see. Jalen Hurts, Jahmyr Gibbs, Kyron Williams. Wide receiver is going to be Mike Evans, AJ Brown, tight end position. I'm okay to start Parkinson, but it's a toss up there.
I had a bid on Parkinson in the Flock League. I have Tyler Warren. I would have played Parkinson over Warren.
And then Michael Carter, and then this is going to be Wandale Robinson for me.
Yeah. The only thing that could be really frustrating for you this week is if Corum outscores Kyron, but you can't really project that.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Jolly.
Good luck, my friend. Hope it works out.
Anthony here, the quarterback is going to be Dak Prescott. Yeah, Dak Prescott for me. At the tight end position, this is where I'll start Tyler Warren.
Yeah, I'm good with it. I like it.
Yeah.
Cool is here. Josh Allen, CMC at running back. I think DeMarcado is your best option there. At receiver, I'll go Egbuka. And in your flex, I think you have to play both of those Bucks receivers. Not really confident about the lineup. And if Rice is out, you have to play Jaden Reed as well, which there's a good chance that happens. But you can't start any of those other players. Good luck.
Yeah.
Sam says, I'm the undefeated #1 seed, but some big injuries have affected my lineup. I feel that. However, I love my depth in an 8-point favorite in the semis. Yep, that's funny. I'm in the same position in a Devy League, and I have to start Shuck over Mahomes as well. At running back, I'm playing Marks if he's healthy. See, the hard part with Jawar Jordan is it looks like Chubb's going to play.
Yeah.
So all this potential talk about Jawar Jordan, but Chubb's a full participant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what the hell are we supposed to do with that?
Yeah, you just gotta continue to go with him.
So I'll play Marks if he's healthy. If not, though, I'd probably play Genty over Jordan at this point because I have no idea if Jordan even gets 3 touches if Chubb is playing.
Yeah.
Like, how are you supposed to play him?
I mean, another guy to consider here would be. No, I wouldn't consider. I was gonna say Kareem Hunt, but
yeah,
I don't. Yeah,
no.
At the flex, which is the last flex here, a lot of names: Christian Watson, Waddle, Debo.
Watson has a good matchup.
Yeah, he does. I think if Watson plays, I'm starting Watson. I can't trust Waddle. I would start Debo over Waddle.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't expect Watson to play this week. I haven't ranked him yet. Let me do that real fast. It's a good matchup. I'm probably settling around like 30, 31. that sound right?
in his so like right now I have Watson at 26. I have him ahead of like Brian Thomas, Chris Godwin, the Jaden Reed,
Yeah.
Debo Samuels, Jordan Addison's type of names.
Yeah, tough call, but I'll probably go Watson here.
Yeah.
Good
It's
luck.
a tough one. Bird Gang, Gordo. Also dropping Seattle's defense for Jaleel McLaughlin. Streaming Chiefs. Yeah. No, because RJ Harvey is going to play. At the quarterback position, Justin Herbert is going to be for me. At the flex option, this is going to be RJ Harvey still for me over Michael Carter.
Yeah. The only conversation I need to have is I agree, just Herbert versus Brissett.
Dallas. All right. Okay.
Brissett's just been. I mean, he's been so good. It's not letting me pull up, but if I'm not mistaken, between him, Josh Allen, and Mahomes, he played the best against Houston. I mean, he had 3 TDs, 250 yards against Houston, which is just ridiculous when you look at what Josh Allen did, when you look at what Patrick Mahomes did.
Yeah.
Mahomes versus Houston, 9 points, 3 interceptions, no touchdowns. Allen versus Houston, 10 points, 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Brissett is just slinging the rock. I am probably going Brissett, and I get it. I really love Herbert this week too. He's one of my favorite plays, but I just think Brissett is so safe. I feel like we should look at Brissett the way we look at it like a Matthew Stafford, oddly enough, the way he's performing, but it's close. It's really close.
Sense.
BTO here at running back. We're going to go Bijan and Gibbs. That's a great combo there. At wide receiver, Lamb and probably Terry. At tight end, I'm going to play Parkinson, but they're back-to-back. It's very close. Then we're going to flex Michael Carter as well as Brian Thomas, I would say. That's where I'm okay to sit Genty if you have an option like Brian Thomas.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
okay with that as well. We're on the same page.
Mick at wide receiver. No burden. Pierce isn't playable. It's got to be Brian Thomas. At flex, I'm going to start Harvey.
Yep.
But I would say you need to have a backup plan, man. London might not play, and Alec Pierce is not playable. So have a backup plan there on the waiver wire. What's up, Dan? At running back, we're going to play Etienne. I don't think you can sit him. And then at flex, I'm going to put out there Olave. And
Jacoby.
Yeah.
Lad. Oh my gosh. Lad is there as well.
Lad, RJ.
I
don't know, unless something comes out about RJ where they clearly say he's limited. I haven't seen it. Then I'm probably going RJ. But the chances of us getting this right is very low, I will say. There's a lot of good options.
Yeah, 10-team league there.
Mr. Filthy Wubs starting Caleb. There's got to be a better option than Caleb this week. Here's my quarterback rankings. If you want to see, I got all these names over Caleb. So I'd play JJ McCarthy over Caleb. Proceed with caution. We'll start Travion there. Probably going to flex Javonte here. At wide receiver 2, Mike Evans. Ooh, it would be Michael Wilson for me if no Marvin. Otherwise, Mike Evans. And at your last flex spot, I'm probably going Michael Wilson there. Yeah. Good team.
Michael Wilson. Yeah, I'm there with you. Brizzleton here. Okay, Jared Goff, Tyrone, Hampton, Puka, Jameson, Trey, and Wandale. Nothing I would change here.
Neither.
Good matchup there.
Good squad there, Brizzleton. Good luck, man.
Yeah, Madrid here. This is underdog in my matchup. Also for defense, Denver or Kansas City. For me, I'm going to go Kansas City just based off the matchup. They're playing the Titans.
Yeah.
At the quarterback position here, Brock Purdy, Bo Nix, or Jacoby. This is where I'll go Brock Purdy.
Same, but I do love Jacoby. It's just I love the matchup for Brock this week.
Yeah, I'm going to go Travion and RJ.
Same.
At the tight end position, I said this earlier, I'm happy to go Kelsey. I think both are risks.
Okay.
And if Rashee Rice is not there, I'll go Travis Kelsey.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go Michael Carter in the flex.
I will just say I am playing Colby. I am totally prepared and aware that this could be the biggest rug pull of the fantasy playoffs, and he could be an absolute burger. But I just feel like he's set up so well in a good matchup for tight ends. No Devontae Adams, so it's tough. He says he's an underdog. I feel like you can take a shot then, if you're an underdog. Chances are you don't win. Might as well take some shots. Coco Loco, this is my first year playing fantasy, and I somehow made it to the championship. Thank you. No worries, man. Appreciate you. Well,
awesome.
It looks like he set it up as a Superflex league, but he says pick one quarterback. So I'm not really sure. Maybe he accidentally... Because the way he submitted it was that it's a Superflex league starting 8 players.
I also said, yeah.
But let's just assume it's one quarterback then. We're going to start Drake May over Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
In your RB2 spot, I would go Woody if he plays. If not, probably Rico.
I'm there with you.
At receiver, I would play Rice if he plays, but London is a great option, assuming he doesn't. And then in your last flex spot, well, what's funny is if there's no London, you're going to have to find someone off the waiver wire. And then you can probably start Kyle Pitts in the flex.
Pitts in the flex, yeah.
For me, this would be where Rico would go if Woody is playing, because Woody would go in your RB2 spot, Rico would go in your flex. But if he's not playing, then I would probably flex. I think I'd still go Pitts.
Just lower your expectation. I'm okay to go Pitts. I'm just lowering your expectation. 10, 12, 15 points. That's the real expectation. If he doesn't get more than that, like that's still a good week for Kyle, so.
Yeah. I think I'm between Hampton and Pitts there. Again, if there's no London, then you flex Pitts and you find a different receiver. I'll go Hampton over Pitts if London plays.
Okay.
Lad, what's up?
One a fan, yeah. All right, at the tight end position, Waller, Gazin, or Schultz.
Schultz for me.
Yeah, and at the flex, it's going to be.
I'll go Warren. I like Pittman's matchup, but Rivers can't throw it past 7 yards.
Yeah, I'm there with you.
I mean him throwing it looks like a task right now.
I'll go Chiefs defense over the Rams.
Yeah, Chiefs defense for me too. Good luck.
Lab with another one here. Quarterback position. I'm gonna go Dak Prescott. At these flex options here, I see Breece Hall. I also see Terry. Yeah. Correct me if there's anyone else.
No,
out there
I mean,
I'm not seeing.
You kind of are forced to play into playing those guys. Although you could play Colby Parkinson over Breece.
You could.
Who does Breece play again?
Did they play the Saints? Yeah.
Don't think that's a good matchup. Yeah, they're kind of a bottom third matchup. Breece is the better player. I definitely think you could start Colby and flex Trey over Breece. There's a 1.5 tight end premium, so I'm definitely willing to take that shot there.
Okay.
24 O'Shea Bowl. May or Hurts. Well, we would go probably Drake May there.
Let me just triple check. I know those guys are close. I actually have Jalen Hurts one spot higher than Drake May. They're back to back.
I do too, actually, after looking versus Washington.
Yeah, they're back to back, so I guess once again, I don't think there's a wrong answer. Running back 2.
I'm gonna go Etienne. It's close to him and Henderson. I'm gonna flex Henderson, and I'm gonna flex
Michael Carter.
Wow. The crazy thing is I don't think that's the wrong move. It's just so difficult to do.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. But Aki, can you give me 5 minutes? I need to answer the door. Just answer some questions in the chat for people. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah. No stressed here. All right, let's go to a couple of quick ones here that I'm just seeing out and about. Hurts or Brissett? I'm going to start Jalen Hurts. Prescott, Lamar, or Herbert there? I think that's a great question. I currently have Lamar Jackson over Prescott and Justin Herbert. Do I start DJ Moore or Minshew in the last Superflex spot? Lost Mahomes. We would always start a quarterback in that Superflex spot, even if it feels like a bad quarterback, like a Minshew or a backup quarterback over DJ Moore. But that's a really good question. I'm still going to go guard Minshew there, especially against the Tennessee Titans. I think he can have a good game in that scenario. I also see Corum or Vidal. I'm going to go Kamani Vidal just based off of the opportunities he's been getting. Hall or Carter in the flex. You also have James Cook and Etienne. For me, I think I have Michael Carter. Let me just triple check. Carter and Breece Hall. I actually have Breece Hall in the beginning of that tier for me. All right, let's see. Let's see what else we got. Derrick Henry start if Javonte is out. Yeah, you start him if Javonte's out, but I think Javonte will play. So I think you shouldn't worry. He was limited at practice. Sorry, my wife has ordered me some lunch. Okay, what else we got? Judkins, Evans, or Sutton for Mike. Can answer that question. Judkins, Evans, or Sutton. This would be Mike Evans for me. Jimmy says Waller or Parkinson. This is going to be Kobe Parkinson tonight. Start him. You can't trust Darren Waller with the new quarterback change, unfortunately. Swift or Jawan Jennings? That's a crazy question. For me, that's going to be Jawan Jennings, though, Albert. I think that's a pretty straightforward, actually, but Jawan Jennings has just been extremely consistent there for the past couple of weeks. All right, let's see. JJ or T-Law for quarterback. Is that JJ McCarthy and Trevor Lawrence at the quarterback position? For me, this will be Trevor Lawrence over JJ McCarthy. I know he has a great matchup against my Giants. But Trevor Lawrence, I think they're going to have to score a little bit more. I think the Vikings will probably run the ball a little bit more successfully. So I would be starting Trevor Lawrence. And then Parkinson or Fannin at the tight end position. I think we had that question earlier. Those guys are really close. I'm going to go Fannin for me. So keep that in mind, guys. All right, let's see what else we got here. Dart or Stafford? You're going to start Jax. Are you going to start Matthew Stafford or Theo or Gadsden? I will start Theo Johnson. Yeah, I'll start Theo Johnson over Gadsden there. At least for me personally. I'm not sure what Zach would do. Brock Purdy or Justin Herbert? I'm going to go Justin Herbert there for me. That's pretty easy. Who else we got? Let's see. Pickens, Dottle, or JMO. Pick two there from Blood. One is definitely going to be Jameson Williams. And then it's going to be George Pickens. No question. I know George Pickens, was, if I remember correctly, was just a little bit disappointing in the past 2 weeks. But George Pickens, I think, could have a bounce back game here against the Chargers. I think both of these teams are fighting. Well, not the Chargers specifically, but I think the Cowboys still have a world where they can make it to the playoffs. I think they kind of have to win out. And if they win this game, it's pretty significant. But I could be completely wrong there. Let's see. Collins or DK. I'm going to go Nico Collins there for Tom. Do you play Waddle or Estime? And that's a crazy question. Look, I can understand wanting to start, you know, Aldrich Estime. I've said you should start Aldrich Estime in a couple other scenarios, but in this scenario, I'll go Jalen Waddle there.
I'm back, and just an update. We have about an hour left and 67 questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start powering through some of these and just tell me if you have a different answer. Is that cool?
Yeah, go for it.
And to everybody watching, appreciate y'all being here. You can enter today's giveaway. We'll do that right before kickoff. All you have to do is like the stream and type TNF to be entered. And of course, you can prioritize your question by using the link in the pinned comment. All right, MX, we've got May, we've got CMC, Cook, Lamb, Evans, Kittle at flex. I will go Henderson here. Appreciate you, my friend.
Yeah.
PK Daniel at running back. I am going to go Tyrone Tracy and then DeAndre Swift. At flex, I'm going to play. That's tough. Probably Estime here. Don't love it, but I think he's your best option.
Yeah.
PK Daniel again with May, Bijan, Henderson, Lamb, Zay Flowers. At tight end, I would go Fan in there. I know it's a bad matchup, but I just trust him more. And then I would play probably Swift here. And Carter and Warren is actually quite close for me. I'm going to lean Carter by a very, very minimal margin. Good luck. PK Daniel's back. And he said, starting Lamar Jackson, if Woody Marks isn't out there, then you can go with Carter, like we said. Lamb, Chase, Kittle at your flex spots. Well, you're going to play Carter in your flex along with Warren. Now, if there is no Woody Marks, then the next flex you could do is actually Gainwell. So you could play both of those players in that backfield. Appreciate you big time, my friend. Skull Razor. Oh, did we just reach 80K?
Did we?
Okay, yeah, we just reached 80K. I didn't even realize that. Wow, congratulations. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate y'all for being a part of that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That just happened now. So
80 and 1.
Appreciate everybody. Appreciate y'all for being here. Thanks for showing some love to the channel, and thanks for helping us get to 80K. That's very kind. Didn't even realize that. Okay, Skull Razor here. At RB, I'm going to go Aaron Jones there this week. At wide receiver, I'm going to play Juwan Jennings. In the flex spot, I will go Wandale and then probably Rico. But that's very close between all those options. Yeah, I'm there. All right, let's refresh. All right, BTO, he's got Stafford. Then we're going Gibbs and Bijan. At wide receiver, we are going Lamb and Terry. At tight end, I'm playing Parkinson, but it's really close. They're back to back there. Both have bust potential. And then I'm playing Carter and Brian Thomas, I believe. Best of luck. What's up, Dan? Lost Mahomes, he says. Waivers, he's got Bryce Young, Minshew. I think I'd rather play either JJ or Shuck at this point.
Especially in their matchups this week.
I'll go Shuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
At wide receiver, I don't think Rice is going to play, so let's say Jennings and Devonta. And then in your flex spot, you'd probably have to go Brian Thomas there. Of course, if Rice is playing, you can play him, but I really don't think you will. I.e., at running back 2, you're going to start Gibbs, obviously. In your flex spot, probably Jameson. Oh my gosh.
Going Jameson and Henderson.
Yeah, probably. I just can't believe you're sitting Javonte Williams, but you have so many good players. Good luck. What's up, Douglas? At quarterback, I'm starting Stafford. At wide receiver, I'm going to go Sutton. Yes.
Yeah, Sutton and Devonta Smith.
And then flexing Devonta. Yeah, good luck. What's up, Tango? He says, have May and Jackson. Should I drop Jackson for Brissett and play him? Also, Myers, Parkinson, or Corum at the flex. Thanks. I would just play Drake May.
I would play, yeah. If this is a 2 quarterback, I'll play May and Lamar. I'm not dropping Brissett.
Yeah.
But also
you're not dropping Jackson.
No.
Yeah, I definitely understand the question, but if it's a 1 quarterback, you play Drake May. If it's a 2 quarterback, you play May and Jackson. I wouldn't get too cute with it. Also, Myers, Parkinson, or Corum at the flex. I would go Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, agreed.
Appreciate you, man. Michael Cav. Unsure at tight end if Rice is out, who do I flex? Let's have a look at tight end. You can't sit Brock Bowers there. In your flex spot, I'll go Aaron Jones if there is no Rashee Rice. And then if Woody doesn't play, you're going to have to play Jaden Reed. So that's not awesome. Dan, playing Hurts, Taylor, Henry, Nico, London at your flex spot. I see Harvey. Again, I'm assuming Rice doesn't play. And then after Harvey, I see Warren. That's tough. That's really tough.
Mm-hmm.
I think Watson's a ceiling play. Warren's a safety if Rice is out.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Enrich, build my roster for the semis. We've got Lamar or Nix. I'm going to go Lamar still there. Bijan, Saquon, Lamb, Chase at tight end. I would be starting Parkinson of all these options, but I hate that you have 3 guys ranked back to back to back for me. That's about as close as it gets. In your flex spots, wow. Aaron Jones, and then you might actually have to use these tight ends. Does he really have that many flexes? Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron Jones, Deebo Samuel, Brenton Strange.
Yeah.
Adonai Mitchell, though? I think I would start Adonai Mitchell.
Over Warren? I think Warren's safer.
Tyler Warren, you're right. Yeah, Tyler
But
Warren.
Adonai has a higher ceiling, so it depends. If you're a favorite, go Warren. If not, go Adonai. Good luck. That's a crazy roster. What's up, Naz? At quarterback, I'm starting Dak Prescott. At wide receiver, I am starting Darius Slayton here. At tight end, I'm going to play Jake Ferguson. In your flex spots, I think you're going Carter. And then I've said this before, Estime on paper looks like the better play. I don't know what work he'll get between him and Hull. Genty has a terrible matchup, but he's getting targets. I lean Genty as a safe floor, but if you got a feeling with Estime, I don't mind if you go that direction. It does make sense. Brissett, I would start over Baker, but it's close. At running back 2 there, we'll go Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
At flex, I would start... I haven't really told anyone to start Justin Jefferson. If Marks plays, you're playing him here.
Yeah.
But if Rice is out, if Rice and Marks are healthy, you play Rice and Marks. But I think this is where I would go Jefferson. And then if Marks is out, I'll play Brian Thomas.
Yeah. I'm there with you.
All right, Ben. At quarterback, going Dak. Why is Deshaun Watson rostered? You can't even say locker room guy.
He's back, baby. Come on.
Bucky Irving. At wide receiver, we're going to go CD and JSN because, again, I don't think Rice plays. At tight end, we will start... I might start Schultz over Warren.
I currently have Dalton Schultz over Tyler Warren, so you are correct.
At flex, I'm going to... You kind of have to play Judkins and Corum. So you might actually have to flex Bucky or CMC.
Yeah. I'm there with you.
Good luck, my friend. What's up, Wyatt? Who at wide receiver with Puka, assuming Rice isn't playing, and who for both flex spots? Okay, I'm going Purdy. Yeah. I'm going probably Igbuka over Brian.
Agreed.
In the flex spot, I would still start Brian though, along with Harold Fannin.
Yeah, that's where I'm at as well.
And if Rice plays, obviously you play him.
Yeah,
Mehez says injuries hurt. Okay, let's see. At running back 2, I'm going Marks. If Marks doesn't play, Carter.
Yeah.
At wide receiver, I would play Michael Wilson as well as Rashee Rice if he's playing. If he's not, which I don't think he will, then Jalen Coker. And then in your flex spot, again, If Marks is playing, you're flexing Michael Carter. If Marks isn't playing, you're probably flexing Audric Estime. Now,
Yeah.
I would start DJ Moore over Jalen Coker for sure if he's on your waiver. I wouldn't start. Jawar's too confusing now with Chubb.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Helpful Offset says, what's up? Lucky I had a bye week 1. Okay, let's see. At running back, I'll go Warren there. I'll start Burrow over McCarthy. At wide receiver, I am going to go Jacoby Myers. And I don't think I would change your flexes here. It's tough to sit Wandale, but Jacoby's just a great option. Silver. He's starting Brissett. I would start Purdy over Brissett. It's very close. They're almost back-to-back. Hampton, I'm starting Etienne over Hampton pretty easily. At tight end, I would much rather start Fannin over Waller now with no Tua. And you're flexing Tyrone, and I would flex Tyrone over these names.
Agreed.
Box, starting Dak Prescott, James Cook, Jacobs, CeeDee Lamb. I'm going to put Mike Evans there at wide receiver 2, and I'm flexing Cortland Sutton.
Yep, on the same page.
The deuce is loose. I'm starting Joe Burrow. At wide receiver, I'm going Mike Evans. And then in your flex spot, I guess Diggs is your best bet. I don't love it.
Agreed.
You could rationalize playing Corum tonight.
Yeah, I would still start Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Over Corum.
I probably would too. That's close.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Timely basket at quarterback. We're going to start Brock Purdy. At running back, you're going to put Chase Brown in there, as well as for me, RJ Harvey. At wide receiver 2, Olave. At flex, Higgins if he's playing. And then I think Dowdle is probably the safest bet, but Ladd has got a lot of upside this week.
I would play Ladd.
If there's no T. Higgins, I will put Ladd in there instead.
Yeah.
Jack of all trades says, second place, playing the third place, my boss in the semis. The injuries are killing me. Need to know who I should tight end / flex since the game is Friday for my tight end. Okay, let's have a look. First off, good luck. Stick it to the man. Okay, at tight end, I don't think you can start Waller now that there's no Tua playing, so we'll go Colby there. Mike Evans is going to flex for me, and then, of course, if Rice plays, he's going to flex for me, but he's probably not, so it's going to be Carter.
Carter, yep.
Good luck, my friend. Stick it to the man. IR United. At quarterback, I'm
going Lamar Jackson.
This is the first week I've put Jacoby Brissett over Lamar Jackson. I'll just say this. If you're an underdog, you can play Lamar. If you're safe, I think Jacoby is safer if you're a favorite. I'll play Woody Marks over Hampton if he's healthy. If not, Hampton can go in that spot. We'll play Sutton at receiver. At tight end, you can't sit McBride. In the flex spot, I'll start Fannin and then probably Hampton.
Yeah. Okay, we're on the same page.
Jay Ledge. At tight end, we're going to go with Kyle Pitts. At flex, we are going to start London, and if London doesn't play, Michael Carter.
Yep, on the same page.
Al, Hurts, CMC, Etienne, AJ Brown. At receiver, we are going to start. I'd probably still start Waddle over Shaheed. I don't love it. And I'm going to flex Henderson there like you have it. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for the question. Eden, we're going to start Jalen Hurts here. At running back, we're going to play Christian McCaffrey and Bijan Robinson. At receiver, London if he plays, along with Devonta Smith. If he doesn't, I would start probably Shakir. It's close. Yeah, I'm going to go Loveland over Kelsey with no Odunze or Burden. And then in your flex spot, I'll start Carter as well as... Shoot, you should probably start Corum tonight. So we're actually going to put Corum in that RB spot, and we're going to flex Bijan.
Okay. Yeah. Easy.
Okay. Booby Miles at quarterback. It says it's a one quarterback league, so I am going to play Brock Purdy over Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, me too.
And then in your flex spot, I'll go Carter over Brees.
Yep, I'm there with you.
which sounds insane, but it also sounds like the right move. Okay, Brock Purdy, James Cook at running back. I'm going Dowdle. You got a good wide receiver room there outside of Adonai, but he's a fun play. And yeah, I'll start Tyrone over these names that you got. I wish you the best of luck, Emperor.
Yeah.
Okay,
awesome.
let's
awesome, bro.
refresh here. Let me see how many questions we currently have.
30 minutes left. 30 or 44 or 42.
Okay, cool. So we're getting through them. Pasta Bro says, appreciate the help this season. Happy holidays. I would start Lamar over Dart, and I understand if you want to go the opposite way. I'm not going to sit him. I would play Tyrone Tracy over Marion Hampton. And then I would flex McMillan over Judkins.
Yeah, we're on the same page there.
Yeah, appreciate your Pasta Bro. I think that's fine, Joshua. If there's no Woody, you can go and get Chubb. That's fine. 3 points for every 5 rushing attempts, Emreed says. At running back 2, I'm going Dowdle. At tight end, I'm going Parkinson, but it's so close, and I've said this all night. I could totally see a scenario where Parkinson busts. It's in the realm of possibilities. I would then go London at the flex, and if London doesn't play, I would probably go Hampton.
Yeah, okay, awesome.
Daniel says, start Marvin, Michael Wilson, Adams out, or pick up Pollard. I'd start Marvin, Michael Wilson over Pollard.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I would bench Judkins to start Carter. We actually talked about that today. Judkins has a great matchup, but versus Buffalo, we project him to be down in the game. Of course, the game isn't played on paper, but on paper, we probably want to go Carter this week, but it's close. They're back-to-back in rankings. It could go either way. All right, Bezecki here. I'm going to have to refresh. Let me refresh.
Gosh, imagine you went through all those questions. Oh, well, never mind. It comes up for every
I don't see any question for Bezecki. Do you see? I can't see any questions for any of these guys. Okay,
yeah,
here we go.
I have questions for Bezecki.
Okay, here we go. It's come up. Okay. So he's got Nix, Kyron, Achane, Smith, Lamb, Kittle. In the last flex spot, I'll go Jacoby Myers.
Agreed.
Yeah. Bezecki is here again.
Yeah. Jackson Dart. And then at the flex, Rashee Rice if he plays. If not, it's going to be Michael Carter. Or it's going to be Jawan Jennings, actually. That's a lie.
I'd probably play Jennings over Rice anyway. With his matchup,
fine.
So.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Hold on. Stream mode is bugging out.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right, let me refresh here. Let's see.
Can't even open the site right now.
Oh, yeah. The site might have just went down.
Okay, it logged me out.
Let me see. I'm not even allowed to get to the site. It's just a white page. Is Mason live right now?
I don't know.
Let me just see. He is live. Let me see. He looks pissed.
Give us 1 second. Apologies. Why don't you answer some questions in the chat while I try and get this back up?
Yeah. What's happening, fam? Appreciate each and every one of you being here. Good luck this week. I want to answer some questions as the site comes back up here.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go randomly.
I think I'm back. Sorry. I think I'm back.
Okay, right on. Let's see.
Jordan Love, Josh Allen. This is Pack It Up. It's a dynasty question. He's got Saquon, Bijan, Lamb, Flowers, Kittle at the flex spot.
Unlucky.
Gonna start Kyron Williams, but we will start Kyron at the RB spot because he plays tonight. At the flex spot, we'll start Saquon for sure. And then in your last flex, because you have James Cook, I'm probably going to play Sutton. Yeah, I'll play Sutton there. It's a good lineup. Good luck, brother. Mr. Noah, at running back, I'm going to go Henderson. At wide receiver, we are going to play London and McMillan if he's healthy. If not, you can play Diggs instead of London. And then in your flex spot, I'll go Marks. And if Marks doesn't play, I'll go Hampton.
Yeah, I'm there with you.
Triple, what's up? Superflex League semifinals. At quarterback, I'm still playing Lamar. I understand why it's difficult to do so. So if you have a gut feeling, you can go a different direction. But and then I would flex Mike Evans.
Yep.
Baby Sauce. Sasuke. We're going to start Drake May. At running back, we're going to go Etienne and Brees.
Yeah.
Damn. At wide receiver, I'd start Olave over Waddle for sure. You have another wide receiver spot, which I would give to, I guess.
I mean, I feel like Diggs is a higher upside. Can't trust Gen T. So right now it's between Judkins and Diggs in my mind. That's how.
Well, we have one more wide receiver spot. Are you automatically giving that to Waddle?
Right. Yeah. Okay. I didn't see that. It was just already filled.
I'll probably go Waddle by one spot. But in that last flex spot, I would probably put Judkins in there.
Well, yeah, I would put Judkins there over Waddle. I will start Diggs over Waddle and then put Judkins in the flex then.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm with you.
Azathoth says, any thoughts on Lions D versus Pats D?
I wouldn't start the Lions one personally.
Yeah. Patriots
Just because I think the Steelers
Baltimore.
can play.
Yeah, I'll go Lions.
The Steelers
too.
can score, and then the Patriots play Baltimore, which they technically can score. If they're the only two options, I'm going Patriots.
Yeah. I will start Jacoby. Like the squad you've got here, we'll go Tyler Warren over Gesicki, and then in the flex, I don't think you can sit Bucky Irving.
I agree.
He says, playing the one seed, hoping Gibbs doesn't drop a house on my head. Good luck, man. Thanks for letting us look at the squad each and every week, man. Appreciate you. IE says, who do I start rest of playoffs, Lamar or Brissett? It's going to depend on each game. For example, this week I do go Brissett, but it depends on matchups. This week I'm going Brissett.
I'll go Lamar.
Rarook.
Joe Burrow.
I just don't know if it's going to let me go to the next question. It's so laggy right now. Okay.
Okay.
And then when I go to the next question, it double submits a question. We're getting so close. Come on. We're getting so close.
Yeah, we are getting so close. Short amount of time here. 32 questions left. Under about 30 minutes, 20-ish minutes left. Oh, closer. Appreciate you guys. I answered some questions here if I can see one. Let's see who I can find. Mike said Love or Trevor Lawrence. For me, that'll be Trevor Lawrence this week. Let's see who else I can find here. A lot of questions at the start.
Oh no. It hasn't linked. It doesn't have the stream linked.
After that refresh or in general?
Can you check if Mason is streaming at the moment?
Yeah, he still is. I think he's...
This is like the worst possible time for this to happen, to be honest, with the amount of questions we have today.
Yeah, no, he's still up there.
Okay, please just work. Okay, I think we're back. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think we're back. My goodness. Okay, Burrow. At running back, I'll go Carter. And then in your flex spot there, I'll go Michael Wilson. Wish you best of luck, Rarook. Thanks for the question, man. HS Nichols. Need help with the flex. He says injuries to Woody, Rice, London. Yeah. At the flex spot, obviously if Rice plays, you're going to play him here. If not, it will be Wandale and then Marks for me. And if Marks doesn't play, I'll go Carter. And if London doesn't play...
Screen. Sorry.
If London doesn't play, you go Wandale and then you flex Carter. You're not on the screen. Okay, you should be back.
Yeah.
Okay,
cool. J $.
Hold on.
Yeah, no worries.
I just hit submit.
That's who's next.
And it says failed to update. Okay, now it's gone through. My gosh. Okay. Running back to Carter over Genty.
Yeah, I'm there with you.
And then DJ Moore at the last spot.
Yeah, I agree.
Because we don't think Rice is playing. What's up, Daniel? He says, I know you guys are the GOATs. What should I do? I appreciate that. We'll go Lamar over Caleb. Don't overthink that one. At running back, you got to play Etienne. I will go Dowdle next. It's close between him and Swift.
Yeah, agreed.
Then at wide receiver, I'm playing Sutton. Rice, if he's playing. I don't think he's playing. So with that in mind, I'd probably go Pittman next.
Pittman over Waddle, yeah.
And then in your flex spot, hopefully Marks is playing, and then you can play Marks and Swift. And if Marks isn't playing, then you probably have to play Waddle.
Yeah, I agree.
Best of luck, my friend.
Let me know if it goes through. Next one here is Arnold.
It's just taking so long to go. Okay, all right, here we go. Arnold says semifinals, and I can't believe the decision. So he's got Jalen Hurts here, Jacobs, and Nico, Jaden Reed. Yeah, that looks like that's who you have to start. At tight end, I will go Parkinson, but it's close. And then in your flex spot, wow.
I'm going Estime. Based off matchup.
I think I'm playing Loveland with no Adunze and no Burden.
I can understand that as well.
Yeah, that's really close. Really close. That's a tough call, man. I do wish you the best of luck. That's a tough one.
John Hughes is next.
Are you able to go to the next one? No,
I can't. I can see it on my end, but I know you have to press next in the back end there, so it's just not registering.
Oh my gosh. What's crazy, like the amount of questions we have on today's stream.
Yeah.
This is like the one stream this just really can't happen on. Please, come on, man.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Okay. Arnold. How close are we? How many questions are left?
I'll tell you right now. Well, let me refresh because I don't think that is up to date.
All right, we answered your question, Arnold. You can go back about 60 seconds into the stream to hear the answer. All right, I think it's submitting. All right.
Signing out. So
quarterback is Caleb Williams. What's up, John? At wide receiver, I will go Michael Wilson here. And then in your flex spot, I'd probably go Egbuka. That's looking like a good lineup, and I do wish you the best of luck, my friend.
I can't see anything on my end now, so it's just you.
Okay.
It signed me out, and then
Tech Row is next. Maybe you can go to the Discord and let the devs know what's going on right now. He says, made it to the chip, 2 rounds, indecisive on receivers, debating swapping Rams for Chiefs defense. Parkinson or Strange. I would play the Chiefs defense. Parkinson or Strange. I lean Parkinson there. Says, thanks for helping me improve my second year. No, thanks, man. Thanks for letting us be a part of it. I'll go Michael Wilson if there's no Marvin. If Marvin plays, Mike Evans. I'm fine to play Colby over Strange at tight end. Or at flex, sorry. I'll play Michael Wilson and Mike Evans. But again, if there is Marvin Harrison playing, I'll go T. Higgins if he's active. If T. Higgins isn't active, then I'll play Michael regardless. Thanks so much for letting me answer the question, and I hope wish you the best of luck. All right, Hawk is here. We've got May, Hampton. I'm personally starting Aaron Jones over Hampton. I would start Marks over Hampton if he plays as well.
I'm okay with that.
At tight end, I'll go Parkinson, but we talked about how close that decision is all stream. I'm going to flex Olave and Jennings.
Jawan Jennings. Yeah, we're on the same page there.
All right.
Ainio is next.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield, whenever you're ready.
Just,
Yeah, it takes a minute. We were 25, 27 away. That might be 25 now with those last two questions. So, okay. Nice and slow.
All right, Hawk. What is up, Hawk?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What can you do?
Why don't you go ahead and answer questions in the chat?
See if it goes through there. All right. Appreciate you guys. Gonna go randomly really fast as we're trying to figure this out on the back end. I'm gonna enter some random stuff. It says pick 2, Corum, Carter, Estimate, or Wilson. This would be Carter and Wilson. Who, like Emmanuel Wilson? Wilson if Jacobs out. Yeah. So this will be Carter and Wilson if Jacobs is out. If not, it will be Carter and Estimate for me. Let's see who else we can get. Kyron or Woody. It's going to be Kyron Williams, no doubt about it. Would you start Parkinson over Bowers? No, I would start Bowers, but I can understand the logic behind that there, Lewis. You still want to start Brock Bowers, but I can understand that Parkinson could have a crazy game or he can have one target.
I'm back. We answered your question, Hawk. You can go back about 2 or 3 minutes into the stream to hear our answer. But I appreciate you, man, and I just want to say thanks for letting us have a look at the squad, and I wish you the best of luck. Okay, Main Yo at quarterback. We have.
You're not showing the screen, by the way, but it's okay.
Okay, Baker Mayfield there is going to be our starter at running back 2, ETN. At flex, I'm going to play Higgins if he's active. If not, I'll go Rico.
Yeah, I'm there with you.
All right, Orange Gerbil. We've got Jalen Hurts, Saquon, Jacobs, Jason, Jameson at tight end. I'll play Pitts if there's no London, and probably even if there is London. I'm flexing George Pickens, though.
Yeah, I agree. Completely agree there. Orange Gerbil.
Main Yo, I'm going to start Stafford. Oh, you have Orange Gerbil again?
No, I said Mania with another one.
Oh, okay, sorry. At wide receiver, I'm going to go London if he's playing. If not, I'll play McMillan in that spot. But if London is playing, I'll flex McMillan.
Yeah.
Good luck, my friend. That's a tough call. Max says start Parkinson, Jordan if Marks is DNP, Rome Coker. Okay, so at wide receiver, Coker's your only option. I would definitely look towards the waiver wire, though. See if there's some other names out there. At your flex, I think he kind of needs to start Colby Parkinson here. Because Chubb is playing, and then what are you doing? Like, you can play Quorum? I think he needs to start Colby and flex Kittle. Either way, the Jawar Jordan dream is probably dead.
You're not going to start him. Yeah, so I agree.
Namis is next. At quarterback, we'll go Purdy. At tight end, we will go Parkinson. And in the flexes, I'm going to lean Hampton as well as Terry.
Yeah.
All right, Maddie, what's up, man? Starting Caleb, Josh Allen at running back. I will go Harvey here for sure. At wide receiver, you got some great options. Health is the question mark here. But assuming Assuming London and Higgins are playing, I'm probably starting Higgins, JSN, London, and then flexing AJ Brown.
Yeah, I'm happy with that if those guys play. Yeah.
Now, in the event, let's just assume health here, and then we would say like Rice would be the next option. I'd assume. I don't think Rice is going to play though. So, if you need to start any of these receivers here, I'll rank them. Brian Thomas would be first, and then you better send up a prayer. I guess I'll throw Jalen McMillan in next. My gosh. And honestly, I would probably flex Hubbard over those non-Brian Thomas names. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there with you.
Good luck, my friend. I don't think you can start Ken Walker tonight, but of course, this is probably the night he goes off. London over Higgins if he plays. I would play London over Higgins for sure. Like Jaden Higgins is who he's referring to there. If Marks doesn't play, you need to start Michael Carter. At tight end, I'm going Parkinson, but it's so close. We talked about that all night. We'll flex Michael Carter, and we'll start Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
All right. You got this next question?
Chris is next here. Yeah, okay. At the running back position, Chase Brown. RB2, we are going to go Bucky Irving. You got Michael Wilson, and I'm going to start T. Higgins if he does play. If not, you can go Mike Evans, or excuse me, Jawan Jennings at the flex. I'm going to go Kyle Pitts. Excuse me, at the tight end, I'm going Kyle Pitts. And then at the flex, Jawan Jennings there.
Sorry, say that one more time for me. You said
you're
Bucky,
good.
Chase.
Bucky, Chase. I want to go T. Higgins, Mike Evans, Kyle Pitts, and Jawan Jennings.
Yes, I'm all aboard of that. If T. Higgins doesn't play, then you start Jennings and you flex Marks. And if Marks doesn't play, you flex Swift.
Yeah. Travis here. I'm going to go Brock Purdy. I am going to start Woody Marks and Tyrone Tracy. If Woody Marks doesn't play, you go Michael Carter. Yeah, that's the only difference there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
good lineup.
That's the only difference for me there.
Mayo at quarterback. We got Dart. We got Brissett. It's a super flex league. I like it. That's how I leave it. At running back 2, I'm going to play Dowdle. At wide receiver 3, I'll go Metcalf this week. At tight end, I will go Kelsey. And in your flex,
Brees or Diggs.
Between Diggs or Brees, I'll probably lean Brees.
Yeah, we'll go Brees as well. Mr. Johnson here.
Facing the top seed, he says. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is for all the marbles. Help me field the team and bring home the bacon. Okay, no worries. Quarterback Drake May. Running back Chase Brown. Then it'll be Javonte Williams. Yeah. Wide receiver Jamar Chase. I'm going to put Devonta Smith next for me personally. George Kittle. And then at the flex, I'm going to start Taroa.
Okay.
That's how I would do it.
Yeah. I'd love to tell you to start Marks with confidence, but I just don't know with the injury.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand.
Final Fantasy football.
Yeah, next flex Swift if he doesn't play, then Manungai. Okay, so at the quarterback position, you're going to start Josh Allen for me. Travis Etienne, Ashton Genty. Yeah, I'm going to go Genty over the Swifts. Let me just triple check that really fast.
I'm going Swift over Genty.
Yeah, I actually just checked that. I am going to go Swift over Genty.
I'm going to start Ladd as well as Terry.
Yeah,
and
at the
tight end. I'll start Loveland.
I will go Strange there. That's okay. And then I am okay to go Pittman here. Pittman or Diggs. Those are the two.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah. Sandra Wall is next. He says pick up Park, Shaheed, and Texans running backs. Okay. At the wide receiver spot, I'm going to start Jaden Higgins personally over Shaheed. And then at the flex, this will be Jalen Warren for me. Or you can even put Kobe Parkinson in if you wanted to have some sort of upside play, but Jalen Warren feels a little bit better.
He's a safety play if you're a favorite for sure.
Yeah.
Lou Dog, no quarterback for flex. Thank you for your help. Okay, we're going to start Purdy here. And then in your flex, well, we'll go Harold Fannin. In your flex spot, it's Higgins if he plays. If not, Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, I'm there with you.
Ramen God, how many do we have left? Coker on waiver, Pat Bryant, as well as Pearsall. At wide receiver, we're going to go Watson, assuming Rice doesn't play. Wish you the best of luck, man. I wouldn't go Coker over the name that you have available there. Ramen God here. How many left?
14.
Okay, I'm going to quick fire here. From last Q, Schultz, Strange, and Ferg on the waiver wire. Yeah, I mean, I'm not starting any of them over Trey McBride.
Yeah. I'm not.
But I'll prefer Schultz or Ferguson there than Schultz and Strange, but it's close. Waiver wire merchant at quarterback, we will start Dak Prescott. It's very close this week. At wide receiver, Devonta Smith. At tight end, I'll go Jake Ferguson there by a very short margin, and then I'll flex RJ Harvey.
RJ Harvey. Yep. I'm
Andrew,
there with you.
PPR. Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Points.
It's a super flex league. He's got Woody Marks. I would start Woody over all these names, but if he's not playing, then I will go Genty next. I don't trust Jawar Jordan with Nick Chubb healthy. If Coker isn't playing, then you probably need to go Xavier Worthy here. Or sorry, if Higgins isn't playing, you need to go Xavier Worthy. In your flex spot, you're going to have to start Worthy anyway. Just looking at all your options.
Yeah, you're going to start
there.
Worthy anyway.
Actually, we're going to start Parkinson tonight with the options that you've got there. And then we're going to flex Fannin. And then with your last two flex spots, maybe he isn't starting Worthy.
I mean,
maybe you would go Genty and Estime. I mean, it's not awesome.
It's not awesome, but
it's probably a safer floor.
I think I would go Xavier Worthy over Estime. But then I would still go Ashton Genty.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna lean Estime there, but it's close. That's a tough call, Andrew. I wish you the best of luck, man. The tight end premium there lets you flex some of them. Crushes, Parkinson or Kincaid, tight end premium. You have to go Parkinson because we don't know if Kincaid's going to play.
Yeah, it's also going to play.
JM7 going to start Evans. Need to pick up 2 between the rest. Okay, at wide receiver. Well, you play Higgins if he's healthy. I don't think he submitted this correctly.
Going to start Evans. Need to pick 2 between the rest. Yeah, I mean, well, I guess he means Jaden Reed. Is that what you're saying?
Right. Okay. Well, it'll be Myers.
So, like,
and
if Myers and Higgins.
If Higgins doesn't play, it'd be Igbuka.
Yeah. So that makes sense.
Cup fan. At running back, I would start Marks if he plays over Hampton. If not, you can go Hampton. In your flex spot, this is where I would go Hampton. And if Marks doesn't play, I think you can put probably Hubbard in there. That's a tough call. Wavy, starting Josh Allen, Travion, Saquon. At wide receiver, we're going to go Olave. We're going to go Mike Evans. And then at the flex spot, I'm going to start London if he plays. Otherwise, Juwan Jennings.
Yeah. Upside makes sense there.
Alex says, accidentally put extra quarterback section. That's okay. I would start Jacoby Brissett here. Gibbs, Cook, Michael Wilson, Evans, Lab McConkey. I'm not changing your lineup there. That's how I'm rolling with it as well. So good luck. Kua, starting Goff, Gibbs at running back to Warren.
Yeah.
And then in your flex spot, Terry.
That's
a tough one. I do wish you the best of luck, my friend.
Jacob.
I need to refresh here.
No worries. Let me know.
Okay, Jacob, go ahead. We're going to go
Matthew Stafford,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go Loveland there. And then at the flex, it's going to be... this would be Tyrone Tracy. Yeah.
Joshua, at quarterback, we've got Jackson Dart. That's where I'm leaning. At tight end, I would go... I go Gadsden. I'm fine with that against Dallas.
That's fine.
At wide receiver, you got to start Jameson in the flex. And then I'll go Michael Carter.
Yeah.
Mr. Filthy Wubs, what's up, man? I'll go RJ Harvey here at RB2. At wide receiver, I'm going Jamison Williams, JSN. At flex, I would start London and Dowdle. And if London isn't playing, I would play probably Michael Carter next.
Yeah, probably.
Caveman Lawyers is next.
Caveman Lawyers. It's loading for me.
Same.
Okay, at the quarterback position.
Hold on, sorry. It's not coming for me yet. Okay, go ahead.
No worries. At the quarterback position here, for me, this would be Lamar Jackson. Running back 2, Aaron Jones. Wide receiver, it's going to be Mike Evans. If Drake London doesn't play, it's going to be Michael Wilson. At the flex, this would be Harold Fannin, actually.
I'm playing Michael Wilson there, but it's close. I think the difference maker for me is that it's not a good matchup for Fannin.
I guess I'm playing Michael Wilson if London doesn't play. But,
right.
So, like, I guess I inputted it as if London wasn't playing.
Okay, if London's not playing, then Fannin, yeah, I'm fine with that. That didn't update.
Alex.
That didn't update. Give me a second. Okay, Caveman, we just answered this question. Apologies. Wow, looks like we got through it.
Yeah.
There was a moment there I wasn't sure. Okay, now it's asking me to put a stream link in. Sorry guys, technology is technologying. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry. We were in the last question too. Alex was going to be the last question.
I know. Okay, Caveman, we just answered this, my friend, but you can go back and hear the in-depth answer. Go back about... Sorry.
30
Sorry,
seconds,
guys.
60 seconds. All right. What can you do? I'll answer a couple quick questions here as you're going. I see Flex Debo, Dalton Schultz here. I like Dalton Schultz here personally. I know he had a crazy big game last week, and I know Debo had a decent one as well. Parkinson or Pitts? I'm going Kyle Pitts there. Should I start Ferguson and Andrews instead of Parkinson? Should I start Ferguson and Andrews instead of Parkinson or flex both? I would start Ferguson and Andrews.
Okay, I am going to try this again. Caveman, go back about 3 minutes into the stream. We answered this a little bit more in depth, but I just submitted it for you there. Okay, let's try and get this last one done. Help me for the championship, Alex says. At quarterback, I'm going Jacoby Brissett. At running back, of course, you got to start Jahmyr Gibbs and James Cook. At receiver, we're going to play Mike Evans, Michael Wilson. At flex, I would probably go Lab McConkey here. I know he's not been great, but I like the matchup a lot, and I'm betting on him to bounce back. Oh my gosh, okay, I think we did it. All right.
We did it, guys.
We did it. Let's answer a couple for, just in the chat here.
Sure. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Let's see if I can find one there. Caleb Williams with Trevor Lawrence. I'm going Trevor Lawrence from Matty Lowe. Who else do we got here? Is Jefferson or Godwin the better auto sub if Jacobs is out? I would go Chris Godwin. It sounds crazy to say.
85% chance of rain tonight, by the way.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. I'm seeing everyone in the chat kind of putting it in. I'm gonna see if I can get this pregame up right now and see.
Yeah.
They're playing in Seattle, so that's gonna be kind of crazy.
Wow, that would be so annoying. Could you imagine?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people's fantasy.
Well, you
lively
have
in
the
the
number
B.
1 wide receiver and number 2 wide receiver in my rankings this week in this game.
Yeah.
Rain isn't that big of a deal. It's only a big deal if the wind is also. Are these?
Yeah.
What are these
These are
jerseys
like
for the Seahawks?
they're like the what's that thing called that they did this year with the other jerseys? I think they did it
Right,
for
okay.
Seattle, and I think the Cardinals they did it as well. I think rivalry, yeah, rivalry jerseys. Jerseys, which was I think it was
Look, guys, if
Patriots had
you're
one as well.
currently between Parkinson and one of those other names we talked about with the weather, if you want to play it safe, it's not the worst idea in the world. The upside is still there for Parkinson. There's a lot of unknowns, honestly. We're not weathermen. I'm trying to see like the pregame, but it's in a commercial right now.
Yeah, they went back into the tunnel. I guess they get ready to run back out.
Steady rain throughout the day will likely create poor field conditions. Moderate winds with strong gusts blowing diagonally across the field will significantly impact passing and kicking.
That's not ideal.
Yeah, I mean, do you have anyone?
Got Matthew Stafford. I just don't think I can sit.
In the flock league?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just unlucky, isn't it?
I just don't know who I would sit to place or to start over him. Like, I don't think that's possible. Aaron Rodgers, maybe. I don't think I can do that. Trevor Lawrence is on the waiver wire, but he's playing Denver.
Yeah, Bo Nix or JJ McCarthy against the Giants is also a good one.
I just don't trust JJ.
Tyler Shough against the Jets. CJ Stroud against Vegas. You're going really deep here, but
definitely don't start any kicker tonight. Let's just say that. You definitely don't start a kicker. If you have Stafford and Brissett, I'd probably lean Brissett at this point. This is just such a good matchup, though. That's what's so annoying.
yeah, it's not ideal, but
Let's ask the question. Who would you guys start, Matt Stafford or Bo Nix this week? Let's ask the chat. It's so hard to sit Stafford. What did you say?
If you'll be pissed if you didn't start Matthew Stafford and he has a decent, like an average game. Even if he has an average game, you'll still be upset. Like they're running onto the field right now.
I know. I'm looking at the field. It doesn't look
bad at all. No, it doesn't look bad.
There's not even rain.
No, you're chilling. You're chilling.
I will be so pissed. I always talk to our audience about this too. I would be so pissed if I sat Stafford and he has 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't. Not for Bo Nix. I mean, not that it's not for Bo Nix, but just this is pretty big. I don't think you can change the last second just because. Respectfully, people saying it was rain. We don't see nothing right now. You know.
I know. Wait, the tweet just went out. Oh, this is just from Marshawn Lynch. Never mind. Matty Lowe says we're gonna all sit and watch the game together and pray to the fantasy gods. I hate this. I hate that I have to have this last second like decision.
Nah, you're fine. Matthew Stafford's fine. Nothing's crazy. I think they would have mentioned it already. They would have mentioned rain would have been a factor. Hell, even wind. They haven't said anything yet.
I don't know.
I'm not. I think you're fine, but I can definitely understand. And you're playing who? Bush?
Yeah.
But does he have anyone tonight?
He's got
It's
Ken
Kenneth
Walker,
Walker.
which is annoying because this would be the one game they might actually use Ken Walker.
Yeah, I mean, we want to get Kenneth Walker more opportunities. 10 touches, 13 touches, 9 touches. My ass, more opportunities. My ass. And one of those games they were up 31-0. Yeah, more opportunities. I don't believe it. I think you'll be fine, but I mean,
This is kind of where I
think-
lean with what Dub is saying there. Saying
say?
if you sit your studs and lose, you regret and second guess. If you play your studs and you lose, you can understand it. I know.
yeah, that makes sense. That's why, yeah, should start him.
I hate this. I hate this so much. Oh, you know what? I can't pick up anyone anyway because of the waiver wire.
I mean,
I literally can't do anything about it.
well, yeah, you can. It won't. Sorry, they're not guaranteed. You can't
Yeah.
pick them up. It's not guaranteed that they get on your team, though.
No, exactly. I don't have any fab. So
Yeah.
I can try and like go pick up a player, but Bush can block me if he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good luck, everybody. Let's bet against the weather tonight. All right. Good luck, everyone.
Love
Wish
y'all.
you the best of luck. And we'll stream on Saturday night. See you guys then.
Love.